Hey everyone, it is another day, it is another blessing right here, another vlog, another episode. Live to learn to live. What I would like to share with you today is mainly the journey that took place since I left you with the last vlog a few years ago, if not last year, and to give you a little update of what's happened in the land, what's happened with the work, what's happened with the whole project and with the whole vision. So let me start off by saying that right now is right now. I'm not in Ghana, as you might see. I'm not in Ghana, I'm outside of Ghana. So let me share with you the little details that eventually brought me to this very place right now. So bear with me, let's go for this journey together. So yeah, I left you from the house was finished, the garden was established, the food forest was established, the medicinal forest was established. It was just a matter of taking care of it, be with it, connect with it, and grow with it. So I felt to upscale the whole project, to upscale the whole vision, and to actually create more facilities in order to host more people, in order to educate more people, to integrate more people within this natural way of living in connection to our nature, to Mother Nature. Mainly here we're talking about a building project, so natural building. We are talking about a hut where we could have our workshops, our gatherings, our classes. We are talking about few natural toilets and washrooms, compost toilets and off-grid showers. We were talking about also mainly a financial support. So to have somebody on top of the financial in order to gather the fundings in order to expand the whole project as a whole. We're talking about an online support, to have somebody on top of the online world so that we could share more efficiently on social media, on our website, to attract the right people, the right contacts as well. Having people that could also start to be on top of the natural food processing. So to sell some of our products made from the land, from the close by area, from the close by village. In order to do so, I need to have a good amount of very hugely passionate and dedicated and disciplined people. When it comes to this work, unfortunately, Ghana's colonization was so heavy and the Western propaganda so in depth that nowadays most of the people, especially people from rural areas, are seeing no value within the land. I'm not talking about everybody, but most of the people. And this no value is mainly connected to the fact that there's no valuable money. Ghanaians tend to run away from the rural life in order to obtain that the 9 to 5, in order to obtain that AC job that, I mean, makes sense. Everybody's trying to chase that life in the city, that office work. That's how we experience in Ghana, but not only, actually all around the world, this rural exodus where so many people from so many farmers as well are leaving their rural land in order to go out in the city or in Western context in order to work and find themselves trapped into this game of consumerism, materialism, and fast production. And so to gain the right team from within has been very hard for me, actually. It's been one of the biggest challenges, especially when money were yet to be generated and we needed to generate this money together. Even though I had a way better connection right now with the whole village, everybody knew me, I knew arguably everybody, yet to have dedicated people involved with the growth of this project was a whole different deal, especially when money were yet to be generated and we needed to generate this money together. So the only way for me was to actually reach out to my social media audience and see who was really willing to come and join this movement in order to truthfully grow this vision, in order to create this model from where many other corners of the world could get inspiration from in order to see and to create this path toward this more socially and environmentally ethical future. More than volunteers was more of an internship for people to eventually be part of this very growth, not only structurally but also monetarily, and all of us sharing all that we could have shared. So I made a few posts online and I got so many replies, so many emails that I got almost overwhelmed. To manage them all on my own was a lot, to be honest. I'm telling you, this way of living is beautiful, but it is incredibly challenging. It was my own responsibility to share this while I was explaining the whole work and the whole project via each video call. It kept me busy for 4 to 6 hours a day for about 2 weeks. With all the people, was so much. Most of the people that applied were from all over the world, a lot of African diaspora, a lot of people, mainly people of color. This internship / volunteering program that lasts for about half a year almost. It was very interesting. I learned a lot from the program. There was a lot of disappointment also because a lot of people never showed up. A lot of people came through but didn't work as we agreed. There were also some others, there was such a beautiful energy to have around. There are some others also that helped a lot and really gave what was needed. But overall, I needed to give myself a reality check. There were mostly energy and money that came out from my side than anything else. The very program, the way it was established, with the people also that came through, didn't really serve its purpose of upscaling the whole project. And so I realized that it was better for me to stop it. And also, I created this social enterprise that we call Assassin in partnership with the local village. It was basically about, instead of keep on selling our raw resources for cheap labor to Western multinational that are just cheap labor in all of rural Ghana, all of the global South actually, we're like, hey, let us use this social media platform that is growing, where a lot of people actually even asking for a lot of the handmade products that I make. So directly from our village, from our farmers, we're harvesting, processing them, and selling them directly with them in the profit, directly share among the community itself. And that was very beautiful, very self-empowering as well. It was a lot of work to put it together, so I needed to do it on my own, and it was actually a success. It was very overwhelming and beautiful to see so many of you guys be willing to, yes, to have a next level product for yourself that you could use for your skin, for your hair, for your health as well, but also to see the empowerment that this created within our village community, and to see also the amount of money that we could make by directly dealing with this exchange was very beautiful. Yet once again, I needed to have a more solid team in order to bring this work a little bit to the next stage. So yeah, I felt to put that one on the side, and inevitably I started to feel that I needed to give my focus towards something more efficient, more tangible. And for me, that was the retreat. We already hosted many retreats. We knew how they were working, how the format was like. So it was just a matter of upscaling the amount of people that we could host. In order to do that, we needed to expand and to literally build new natural infrastructure. So basically the land where I'm at is about 5 to 6 acres. So the idea was to clear it out another acre and to start expanding the structures in that area. Who I could have done this with? There were only two names that came up in my mind. These were Ole and Ora. You must know Ole and Ora since day one. They've been with me ever since I embarked on this journey. They haven't been with me on the daily basis. They were coming and visit me every other day, every other week. But of course, later on, they started to live their life, to be busy with school and their own chores. So I haven't been in contact with them too much. But what's happened last year was that the both of them finished their school path, their conventional educational path. And they were both looking for a place where to work, where to earn money, where to earn knowledge, where to earn a growth within their individual self. And so I felt it as a beautiful opportunity also for me, in order not to give up, but to give it a last try, give it a last hope within the creation of this team, of this support, in order to find a community with whom I could truthfully not only work with, but truthfully grow with and grow this vision with. And so yeah, I decided to invest my time, energy, and money in them. I started to share with them all that I knew about natural building, natural food processing, natural farming, natural living, things that they already knew, but they were actually start to forgetting because of the westernization that is also taking place within the rural life. We started to actually embark into the journey of creating, of building, of putting pieces of the puzzle together with care for the details, for the beauty, for the harmony of the whole space. And this was such a beautiful process to share with them. In the meantime, don't get me wrong, they are still teenagers and they brought a lot of challenges, a lot of lack of interest, a lot of times I needed to really walk the extra mile. Nevertheless, we gained amazing results with an open dining hall with self-built tables, a whole off-grid running water system, a little cozy area where we could even storage our natural products. I invested in tents so that we could give a glamping experience to our guests. We built bamboo and timber beds. We built very simple yet super cozy compost toilet, off-grid showers, and we create a place of harmony, of self-reconnection to oneself and to our nature. I was proud of them. I was proud of myself. I was proud of all of us. So yeah, it gave me more hope. In the meantime, everything beautiful also comes with a challenge. And once again, I was still dealing with teenagers that were still figuring out things about their lives. And so Ra decided to leave, to go to the city and to work there. And so it was left only me and Ole. But of course, we didn't give up. The place was there. Everything was accomplished. So I put myself into the online world. I refurbished the website. I put down all the dates. And by then, many more people started to follow the journey online, on social media, on Instagram. It was so beautiful to see most of the retreats getting sold out. sharing the beautiful knowledge of natural living, natural food processing, cacao making, coconut oil making, ancient pottery, herbal medicine. And this time I also decided to do collaboration. One of them was Ebro. She's doing an amazing work in the United States, in Georgia, close to Atlanta. She brought a group of people and was such a beautiful group. We vibed so much knowledge, so much wisdom was shared, and also a beautiful bond was created among all of us. I had another beautiful collaboration with Abna from Living the Ancestral Way from the north of Ghana, from Bogatanga. She's been doing an amazing, important job of indigenous seed preservation up in the north of Ghana. It was a very beautiful retreat that we created, an amazing learning opportunity for both of us in order to learn how to work with somebody else. It was the first time for me to work outside of the land as well. It was a retreat that took place, yes, in our space, but also in our own space. So we traveled north to Bolgatanga, with Mama Awa, Auntie Amena, and to see and to witness the beautiful ancestral knowledge, the beautiful natural food processing, natural wisdom, ancient wisdom was such an amazing, amazing honor, not only for myself, but also for the whole group. And also we had a New Year's Eve retreat, a whole natural and earthly celebration, reconnecting to our true self, celebrating the most authentic and natural way in connection to the soil, in connection to community, in connection to our own self. Was a true, beautiful blessing that I managed to experience last year. Was, to be honest, a blessing that came from a lot of challenges, a lot of trials, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. Yet all of this journey gave a beautiful and amazing sense of completeness, of fulfillment. Also, I managed to finally receive one grant after all those online work. One of the aim, of course, was to gather some financial support. It was only one grant, but it was enough for me to dig a borehole. And so for the first time, after 5 years of water collection, by the way, I still have my water tanks and all the water collection system, I decided also to dig a borehole from where we have now fresh spring water coming directly from the hill, which was a true blessing. Once again, more than receiving that amount of money, the small or big that it was, not only was beautiful to receive, but also hopeful to receive. That I definitely give the vibe of being the first of many others. Many more people that are aligning with this vision, that want to see this vision growing in order to create the change that we all want to see and that we all want to live. So there was a lot of satisfaction within my heart, a lot of self-accomplishments. I felt very completed. I felt incredibly completed. I remember after the last retreat, when 2024 started, I looked around myself and I've seen the trees growing, the house standing, the other side of the land glowing. And I was like, wow, in a way or the other, I did it. In a way or the other, I did expand the project. I did host more people. I managed to share this with as many people as possible, real life and also online. So it was a total of 1 million people following online. And also the fact that this online world could finally also more efficiently translate into real life, into financial support as well, gave a sense of satisfaction, a sense of completeness. That, of course, much more could have been achieved within that very land, within this very vision. But also in the meantime, my heart was fulfilled. And also my mind and my body, on the other hand, was extremely, extremely exhausted. After 5 years of non-stop keep pushing towards this vision, I also pushed through a lot of injuries that I had. You know, when you are in this building reality, in this farming reality, with so much level of solitude on that regard. Once again, solitude and loneliness are two different things, by the way, but we might talk about this another time. I really overworked my body to a degree where also my lower back started to give certain pain. There was some issue that I had on my shoulders, even way before I came in the land, that I never really took care of. And I pushed through these injuries as I was working, as I was organizing, as I was envisioning. So I got to a point where my both shoulders were dislocated. Even while working on the land, sometimes the minimum wrong movement would have popped out my shoulder, would have come back on its own, and then I needed to keep on going and keep on going with the work. So there was a lot of physical also care that I needed to provide to this very body that allowed me to live this whole experience, that I needed to not only be appreciated towards, but also caring about. I decided to prioritize my rest and my health. Actually, the dislocation on both sides happened so many times that there was a 15% of bone loss. Therefore, there was not much that I could do than going for surgery. there was still much more that I wanted to accomplish, and I needed this body to be as strong as possible. I decided to go for surgery. And so, going back to the beginning, I left Ghana. And where I'm at, I'm here back to the Himalayas. I needed to gain the freshness of these mountains and the ancientness of this reality in order to take the right amount of rest, in order to get the right amount of recovery for both of my shoulders. So I did my surgery about a month ago. But yeah, the scar is here. It's healing nicely, properly. I'm managing already to move my arm relatively okay, but I still need to go to proper physiotherapy, which I'm very excited about. Once the 90% of the movability and strength of this shoulder will be gained back, then I'm gonna be doing the right shoulder as well. So each shoulder will get about 3 to 5 months of, even 6 months of recovery, full on recovery. So it's gonna be a whole year for me of break. I needed to embrace this new reality, this new dimension of complete rest. I needed to listen to my body, and I'm glad that I did listen to it, and I'm giving it to it all that is needed, not only my body but also my mind. I couldn't choose a better place, to be honest, to refresh myself, to regenerate myself and my strength. And when it comes to Ghana, am I gonna go back to Ghana? I just decided I will go back to the land by the end of the year in order to host more retreats for the season. Of course, deep in my heart, there's still the willingness to create this stronger and more efficient footprint from where many more could be educated, inspired, and creating and establish this revolutionary step from where many other corners of the world could get inspired in order to create this more ethical future. Or maybe transfer even the whole project in another place, still within Africa. I still believe that this very work needs to be taking place in Africa. I believe that Africa is the head of this revolution that we really need. The whole global South is the head of the revolution that we really need, especially considering that all the West developed and modernized thanks to all the resources and all the labor coming from the global South. So it's just common sense to emphasize the effort to reconnecting ourselves, our indigenousness to the land in order to regain not only control but also the connection to the resources, not to own the land but to belong back to the land, to work again with the land, and to use these resources in a more efficient, respectful, and ethical way to provide for ourselves, for our community, and for this world as well. But let's see how things will go. Let's see how things will go. So far, I'm very proud of all that took place, all that has been achieved. Really, just thinking about it brings this smile of joy, of fulfillment that I cannot even describe. In the meantime, I'm also glad to be in an environment like this, to take my all the time that I need in order to fully recover, to fully re-empower myself as well. And then life will tell. I hope that also this video might reach the right ears, and maybe the right people that might want to join, that might have the right amount of discipline and physical abilities to join this movement might show up, and also the people that might have the right financial ability and monetary opportunities might also show up to finance a possible further project. But as in now, once again, I'm here to take my time. Another thing that I actually feel called to do is to use this social media platform in order to showcase the beautiful art of natural living, the beautiful project, the beautiful sustainable project that are taking place all around the global South. South Asia is one of the places that can be so inspiring when it comes to indigenous knowledge. There are so many indigenous communities living in such an amazing connection with the land. And there are also beautiful projects of people relocating from city to nature. They want to pursue this way of natural living that are also so inspiring, and that might be also very worth to share with you all. So maybe I will take my time to go around once I recover a little bit better, share with you all the beauty of it, the fact that in this 21st century, not only there are people that are still living this way, but there are actually also people that are going back living this way, giving more room for understanding that this is not something rare, it's not something that only a few can do, but all of us can do. So let's see, life will tell. So far, I just wanted to share with you this video. I just wanted to give you this update. The message of this video might be disciplined, be dedicated, never give up, face your fears, go through the challenges, grow via these challenges, and don't forget about your mind, don't forget about your body, don't forget to rest, because nature itself is the best example of day and night. Time to sleep, time to be awake, time to work, and time to rest. And now for me, this is my time to rest. Maybe we'll see each other soon. to the next episode. We are live so far. It's been another day. It's been another blessing, and you already know what it is. Another banger. Let's go. Hey, it's time to have a nice swim.